Welcome to the channel. This is the channel's very first video. This is Clapback Chronicles. Now this channel I've created to highlight and also show online bullying, online hate, channels set up purposefully to cause distress and also make money in the process of doing it. Now, I have seen a few channels, and this particular channel, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The channel in question is called TheRaccoonx. Now, this channel is about somebody who basically says that they're an online advocate for, safe places for children. Kids shouldn't be working. Making YouTube videos, the family content, basically family vloggers. Now, this particular user, we'll call them by their online pseudonym, which would be the Raccoon, or as he's also known as Dougal. He's put this sort of persona out there that he's an advocate for anti-exploitation and people who are going to basically be a danger, or other people be a danger to the children. Now, what I can't get, and what I can't get it out of my head with this particular guy, is that he uses the people who he's basically criticising, these vloggers, family content creators, whilst using their footage in its entirety for critiquing and criticism purposes, and also being monetized off the back of that. Now, it's okay to have an opinion, okay? Not here to say no one should have an opinion. State your opinion and then move along. But this guy can't just have an opinion. He's now made, well, I guess he's making quite a bit of money. We'll say a bit of money. Where he basically, any video that's uploaded, he will play it, but he will talk over it. And it's quite childish. Really childish in the things that he says and how he talks about this particular family. Now, we are going to have a look at the family in question in a second, who I've decided to pick out. In fact, let's not wait. Let's just do it. Let's just have a look at the family. So the family in question that he seems to have a dislike for is the Ingham family. He's saying on his bio, it's family vloggers he has a problem with that are exploiting the children. Now, that has happened. We've seen that before in America, not so long ago, actually. A family had been through absolute hell, the children, because they were basically used as puppets. They were mistreated, and that is a terrible, terrible thing. Okay? We're not saying it's not. It's a terrible thing. But you can't tarnish everybody with the same brush. You certainly can't do it without proof, because that's going into the realms of slander and defamation. If we look at the playlists that he has at the moment, as of today, he's got some playlists set up that I can see. Now, I haven't been through the whole channel because I couldn't. If I'm honest, I couldn't put up with the content from this guy, because I felt like my IQ was being sucked out of me just listening to him. The awkward laughs. You can see the awkwardness in the videos he's creating when he's trying to articulate something and he doesn't quite know how to, or maybe at the time he feels a little bit awkward doing so, but there's that awkwardness about him. Now, at the moment, he does have playlists set up for the Sullivan family, 8 passengers. Now, that was the family I mentioned earlier. That was with the evil mother who absolutely mistreated them poor kids. Totally, totally wrong. The Fizz family. Now, I have seen the Fizz family. Can't say I'm a viewer, but from what I have seen, they seem like a nice family. And also, the Ingham family. Now, looking at the content where this guy's going in on these families, I can see there's only been 99 videos made of the Sullivan family. And there's been, 62 videos of 8 passengers? 48 videos made for the Fizz family. And this is what gets me: a staggering, absolutely ridiculous 1,020 videos made for the Ingham family. What the actual fuck?
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Now, you can't tell me, based on just what I see there, that this guy hasn't got a vendetta for this family. And as people who follow and comment, I'm not bothered. You come along and comment on anything you want of mine. I don't give a shit. Seriously, don't give a shit. What I do give a shit for is, on a daily basis, people hiding behind keyboards, posting the bullshit that they would never ever say to the person's face directly, because quite frankly, most of them are fucking cowards. Now, that's not normal to me. And also with the videos, I've found that it's the blocking the kids' faces. If you're going to use video for fair use, for critiquing or for criticism, whatever you want to call it, I just call it downright hate, because that's what it is. And if you say otherwise, you're a liar. Now, it's the kids' part that gets me. It's you've made a few attempts earlier on at trying to blur the faces out, and may I say, you've done it poorly. Absolutely piss poor, because you'll blur a face out and the blur will move off the face of the children. And then sometimes the face will turn and you've got a full-on side view of a face. Full view, the blur's gone, or the blur's not tracked. If you can't track that blur, if you can't use the software you've got to track a face, especially from a child, don't fucking use it. Don't use the content, because that makes you an absolute scumbag. You're showing other people's kids. Now you can say they put it out there in public, so it's for the public consumption. Fair enough, you're right. It is, to a point. But you think it's right that you're criticising these kids who will one day grow up and see, or potentially see, the absolute shit you've posted about the parents, and also not protecting their identity. Don't tell me you're an advocate for child safety when you yourself are making money off the back of these families using more or less all of the content daily, especially when it comes down to the Inghams. Daily. It's an absolute disgrace. More to the point as well, I found, watching your videos, that you have a weird thing for the wife, Sarah. A really weird, it's like a weird sexualized thing with her. The way you talk sometimes. And it's like watching, do you know when, I mean, I can go back at it because, obviously I'm a dude. I can go back to when I was a kid. And if you used to like someone, you'd sort of, you'd be a little bit cheeky with them. Sometimes you'd be a little bit nasty, but that's because you didn't know what to do, because you were a child. And that's how you come across. You're like this pre-adolescent boy with this weird fantasy. That's what it comes across. Now, you can have all your little warriors come along and say, oh, it's not, I'm a terrible dickhead, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Like I said from the beginning, couldn't give an absolute flying shit about what you or your members and your viewers say. It's like watching a little mini army. It is, it really is. This little mini army of minions backing you up, and you're like this flag bearer. It's a joke. It's a joke. Anyway, there's a lot more stuff coming. This is just a little video, just to let you know, you're now on the radar for me. Like I say, I know a hell of a lot about you. More than I think you would ever realise. More than most, I would say. How I get my information? Well, unfortunately, you don't know anything about me. But I know a lot about you. An awful lot about you. Now, I'm not here to dox you. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put your address out there. And I'm not going to be a dickhead about things. I'm not going to be the way you go about it. Basically slandering people on a daily basis. So I think at the end of the day, what I'm going to show about you is just what the sort of person you really are. You couldn't give a shite for the kids. You don't care about what is going on with these family vloggers. It's content for you. It's potential hitting big time with a one killer video. And I think you got lucky with the subject you got onto when it comes down to the Ingham family, which I think's fucking wrong on so many levels. And I'll say that to anybody, and to anyone who's that said things in the past. because that's what it is for me. You've picked out this one family. Out of the whole internet of family vloggers, you've picked out this one family. And I think you've said it yourself. You used to be a follower. I don't want to say the word follower. It sounds very culty. You used to be a subscriber. And I'd probably say you were quite a loyal subscriber to them as well. And then you've been butthurt in some way. Or you've found something you can get your teeth into and think, I can make content out of this. So, that's my 10 pence word. It might not be worth anything to you, but it will do eventually. I'm not going to do things in chronological order. I'm just going to look at on any of your content because it's all fair game and it's all fair use. And I will be using some of your content in its entirety. And where you failed to cover up people's identity properly, i.e. the children's identity that you're using in these videos, I'll cover them up for you. Because, you know, if you're going to do something like this, have the decency to do it properly instead of a half-assed job. So that's the first video. Just putting it out there. There's going to be more to come. And it won't be in any particular order. Okay. So I've put it out there. I'm looking forward to getting into this deep dive. And take care. The next video will be coming very soon. Yummy, yummy.